Okay, let's look and see what's going on. I feel a lot of male energy, or I guess you could say leadership, confidence, right? Because I'm seeing these two males very strong, both with their armor on, both ready to take on action. But this first card is really beautiful. I love, in many different ways, I love the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups means happy home, happy family, feeling good about where you are, feeling good abundantly and emotionally. As you can see, he has his red hat on and he has his cherub cheeks and his 9 cups behind him. So in your heart, things are starting to really go well for you. I think a lot of you are feeling good about the work you're doing, and I feel like it's improving, maybe month by month or week by week, but it is improving for you. And I just turned on my light to look into my crystal as well. And it's really making a difference in your state of mind, your emotional stability, your outlook on life, possibly your spirituality. Some of you might be into spiritual modalities. You might be into, crystal reading, or you might be into crystals in one form or another, healing. Something about sage came up. So maybe some of you like to sage and just clear the area so that you can feel happier at home. Those are just some of the things that, and I say happier at home, clearing out any negative energies, which would go along with this card, to feel warmth on the inside, to just feel good about where you are, who you are. A lot of people sage. If you never have, then sage is very inexpensive. And like I said, a lot of people do it before they buy a house or move into an apartment. I've even seen real estate agents do this before they sell a house. So it's not as woo-woo as people might think it is. All right, so I'm looking into my crystal to see if there's anything. It's taken you a long time to build upon this particular path or this particular state of mind. This hasn't come easy for you, Gemini. I'm feeling in the last 2, 3, 4 years, you've really been approaching the feelings that come with the 9 of Cups. I feel like at some point, some of you have just wanted to say, forget it. I'm going to go with the status quo and not look for happiness or improvements. But then you get that, like, you know what? No, it's there. I know it's there. It's like unlocking that treasure chest of nuggets. You know that there's something in there that's useful for you and that makes your heart happy, whether this is a person or this is the work you're doing. And for those of you who are, having problems with relationships, I guess I'm just sending you the best that this clears out, and then you let drop what you don't need and continue to move on and work on yourself and what yourself needs. Self-pampering, right? Okay, so let's move to the next card. This is the King of Swords, and I would say that this is probably you, Gemini. The King can represent any of the air signs. It can represent Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, Sun, Moon, or Rising. I do feel like I choose. Some people might say it is Libra. So let me know in the comments below. But it's interesting that he's strongly facing this 9 of Cups. And this can be a he or she, so don't get thrown off by gender, because these cards, the court cards, can mean either. Well, it's interesting. I do feel you have a strong male presence in your life, whether this is you or someone else, whether this is you. I said at the beginning of the reading when I looked at these cards, I said, wow, there's some male essence here, courageousness, confidence, stepping forward. Cutting through the BS and just slicing and dicing. And I don't mean in a bad way, but you're ready for improvements. You're ready to clear your path. Again, whether it's your personal relationships. I'm also getting your personal self. It could possibly be your health or any addictions or lifestyles you've had that you really need to prove upon. I feel like some of you too, it may be your language. Maybe you've been cursing a lot and you want to clear that up either for your kids or just for yourself. But it's just the feeling of, okay, I just need to clear this path, this debris, and let more light shine, let my lifestyle really be a benefit to me instead of a detriment. So this could be you, it could be somebody else. Again, you all put the comments below. I guess the question I would ask with this king coming up, facing the Nine of Cups, is there anyone in your life that has authority or that feels like they're an authority figure that can seem sometimes overwhelming, or their presence is much welcome and you need that shoulder to cry on or to lean on, just saying. Or could this be a business partner that is, that just came to me. Someone who comes in that's very authoritative, that is very analytical, a leader, but also it uses their mind intellectually to stimulate or to, teach. A King of Swords would be a teacher, would be a professor, a legal analyst, someone like that who's come into your life to help you out. Might be on the legal side, very well may be. So let me know in the comments below. I feel like, either way, this person is either of great benefit to you, and they're seeing things in they're seeing your path in a higher vision than you are, which would be excellent. They may also be support system, but his eyes are looking at these cups. And so my feeling is that they want you to be happy. If this is the nice king, they want you to be happy. They're looking out for your best interest. They do have quite a stance, quite a confident manner. And then what's interesting is the last card is the Nine of Wands comes up. And this usually indicates to me someone who, this is a fire sign. The wands are fiery, right? And the Nine of Wands represents to me someone who is safe and secure, but they're still looking out, like you're looking behind your back. You're guarding your assets. You're guarding and protecting. And he again is looking at this guy. So everything is moving towards this direction. So the question would be, is this you? So let's see. Let me take a look at this. They almost have the same sort of beard, mustache, but this guy is a little bit more prominent, if you will. And this is really the essence of, this is not so much a person, but the essence of, okay, I'm doing great work, I'm doing great things, but again, I want to keep some things under wraps because there might be some people that I can't trust. This could be in a work environment, or this could be in a love relationship. Feeling very much like you're ready to take things on, but you have all of your wands, which means all of your assets that you want to protect. Usually this card represents to me, like I said, someone who has everything they need, but they're still guarded and protected. So let me look into my crystal and see what additional information I might receive. Well, there's a lot of, you let your guard down a little bit, just a little bit, and I think there's a lot of expansion for you. I don't think you need to be too uptight, Gemini, but I do feel like that you are protecting yourself and what you've put out in the world, and you're, I think this is like the Seven of Wands, where she's in the other cards where she's standing on her hips and she's putting her wands on her wall like, no, this is mine. No one's going to take it from me. So whatever message you put out or whatever you've said verbally, I feel like you you stand up for yourself. I feel like people have said, well, what do you mean by that? Well, this is, you've had to really come on strong and say, this is what I mean. This is where I'm coming from. And others have questioned you possibly, but that's okay. You're standing your ground. You felt like maybe you've been in a little bit of battle of wits in communication with others. And you're on the surface, I think for some of you Geminis, on the surface, I think you're coming off as very friendly and outgoing and wanting to partner with others. And on the inside, I feel like you're really keeping your heart close to your chest, or your guard. You're guarding your heart. Okay, my friends, let's see what clarification comes out. Clarification cards come for you. Well, the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is about being generous. It has the scales of Libra, or the balance scales, I call them. So in your finances, you may be feeling a little bit more harmonic, that things are coming around your way. And it could be, too, that someone's loaned you money, and or you've loaned someone money. I'm getting for some of you that you're financing what you need. The next card that came up is the Five of Pentacles, which is interesting because, as you can see, the Five of Pentacles is where people feel like they've been through a battle with their money. They feel like their finances have been strung out, and bottom line has not been easy. And I've had all these difficulties and these challenges, and he's has his bandana on, and he's been a little bit through a mental and you might say physical battle. It could be your health too. Just make sure that you're taking care of your health and you're getting plenty of rest that you need, because I am feeling like some of you have been a little tired. Taking on a lot stress-wise. Stress feels like it's been big in your life. And the Pentacles can represent our body as well as our finances. All right? So just saying that because that's important for you all. The next card that comes up, well, there's two. The Devil card, which, usually to me, again, it's not my favorite of names of cards, but it usually represents being bound to a relationship, being bound to a job, even if you don't like it and you think, well, it pays the bills, it pays the rent, it pays the mortgage, the car payment, whatever I need, but you're like, I really don't like this. I'm really ready for something new. So this is an interesting card that you can see the star here, and then there's a little, somewhat like a June bug in the middle of it. And he has these eyes that are very mischievous. And then there's fire coming up out of the top. This artwork is unusual, but all of the Devil cards are. And so it feels like to me that some of you possibly letting go of your clamp on earthly possessions and the need to have a certain amount of things, and being okay with the simple part of life, being okay with not overspending, being okay with not overeating, and all of those things that we overdo. And then the other card that wanted to come out, actually there were two, the Queen of Cups. So this represents to me someone who is a water sign, who is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. I feel like they're very sweet to you. I feel like this is a sweet person. This could be a mother figure who's taking care of you. I'm not really sure that you're taking care of them. Sometimes that comes up, but I feel like she owns her emotions. She's very nurturing. She's very compassionate. She loves you. She cares for you. It could also be a sister or someone who's a friend that has those assets of the Queen of Cups. She's also a creative and visionary type. And I don't usually say that around the Queen, but for me, for you, she's looking into the future. So she's helping you out. And then the 10 of rods. You've had some rod cards, okay? Well, you've had 1, 2. I was thinking there was a third one, and some pentacles and all. All right, so you're taking on a lot of burden. You know, I said this before, that a lot of you may be under stress because you've been working hard to make things happen. So just remember to take care of yourself. This 10 of rods, I really almost enjoy seeing it because it means the finality of getting to your goal, or at least carrying those burdens, whether they're work burdens or they're personal burdens. You know, eventually you're going to let those drop. You may, again, stress comes up for me, for you all, for some of you, and this is not everyone. Of course, this is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising, so watch your Moon and Rising signs. But this card came up, and it's an indication of you're going to be seeing relief soon. You're going to be dropping these burdens one by one so that you can achieve the pot at the end of the rainbow, or at least see the rainbow. All right. And I'm going to pull one more resolve card because I want to see how this is. Okay, the Hangman came up. So you definitely are going to be seeing things at like a 360, or, you know, you may want to say a 180 because he is vertical. Your perceptions are going to change. You know, it's not like the Tower card came up, but I do feel like some of you want to move in a different direction, and you're very keen on moving that way. And just a little bit of meditation, a little bit of self-preservation is going to help you achieve that. Okay, Gemini, I know this was lengthy, but when the camera cut out, it was interesting to me. So let's go ahead and count the numbers. 9, 10, and 9. 2 9s, actually. Okay, you have some completions going on in your life. Definitely completions, the end of the road for some situations in your life. Okay, this could be about emotions, and you're just saying, okay, I'm going to be happy, be free. This is about your work and your life force, which could be one and the same. 9 and 9 is 18, and 19 is 1. 1 and 9 in numerology is 1. 1 is about being that self-confident, that courageous. It's a very masculine number. You know, I said that earlier. Yeah, so keep the confidence up. You're moving in an interesting direction. And the 9 in Major Arcana cards is the Sun card. And this is a very positive card. It talks about success, achievement, harmony. It's not a card that was of ease or unearned. This is a card of achievement, but often a job well done and work that has been put forth towards that. Could be honors, promotions, friendships.